Turn to ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DotaPit League Season 2, day number 2 of action between Team Empire, Sneak Enix Assassins. 2-game series. We're well into the draft here for game number 2. Sneak Enix Assassins off to a hot 1-0 start in this series. We'll see if they can take it 2-0 or if Empire can split it. Thanks for joining us, guys, on twitch.tv/DotaPit. My name is Mont, and joining me today is Rui Boers. Rui, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I'm losing my voice already in one game casting. I haven't cast in forever, man. I've lost it. I'm done.
You lost it, dude. You better just retire.
I know. Also, for all those people who are wondering, the last game was on US East. This one is on Luxembourg. Just so people stop asking.
Yes.
Got you guys. There you go.
Yes. And that's because I think for the majority of the games, they'll mostly be on US East, but if it's a CIS team, aka a Russian or Ukrainian team, they'll play on US
Like some of the players, like
East.
TT, though, he's West, though.
That's true. That's true.
It's kind of like, it's hard sometimes, no matter what.
West coming out for Fluff for TC, I think, like you mentioned, and that means that on Luxembourg, it's a pretty stiff kind of. It's like playing from Russia to US East. It's similar in that sort of thing. So, this makes it as about fair as it's going to be, as equal as it's going to be, I think, here. So,
5 seconds remaining.
And this is I think this is going to be where we see maybe Empire have their best opportunity to take this series. But with that being said, they do have the Sneak Enix Assassins Razor, which is TC's hero. I mean, this hero is TC in a nutshell, and he was one of the first people to play it as well. And he does very good whenever he gets a chance to be on the Razor, so.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Bat Riders recently. I feel like it's good in a lot of situations and not so good. It's just an all-around strong hero. It's just how much can you get a fast start and, well, Naga.
Radiant team pick.
Is that going to be a support? Please tell me it's a support. I don't want a core Naga.
Core Naga, dude. It might not be that long. I don't
know. Naga versus Razor mid is so bad, but I've seen Loda run Naga safe lane carry a lot too, and they win all the time. That shit's so like they take it 60 minutes every time, but it's a lot of epic comebacks. It's just sometimes the ulti isn't conducive to what we want to see.
No, definitely. I mean, from a spectator standpoint, it's not necessarily the most exciting thing in the world, unless like maybe you're a set of racks down and you have this epic comeback. But more often than not, you know what you're getting into, which is they'll try to just stall the game for at least the first 20 to 30 minutes before you have your Radiance and your Heart and your Manta and your bots. And it's just kind of farming away and chipping away at towers and split pushing until that point comes, and then maybe you start fighting as a team. And with Empire, I don't know if we see Resolution play this hero too much. If it's going to be anybody playing it, it'll be Silent. And he's had a rough day of carrying today. First, the Medusa game that they were talking about earlier, and then obviously the game just a moment ago where he was playing the Necrophos. So maybe not his best day of Dota coming out. But with this Naga, they absolutely have a chance to win this game, especially because Mag is on the Bat Rider, one of his favorite heroes as well. And Sneak Enix Assassins are going to have to try to find a way to shut down this Naga Siren. And maybe take this game early, because I don't think you can take it late up against the Naga. But
what I wanted to see was like a Naga Siren versus a Terrorblade late game, just to see how it goes. Because I think Terrorblade's really strong. It's like they're almost both split. They're both hard split pushers, and depending on if Terrorblade gets the Radiance too, like they almost can do the same thing. So I think Terrorblade pushes the base faster, but if there's a Bat Rider in the field, I don't think you can actually go Terrorblade. So I don't think I'm going to get my wish this game, but yeah, I just want to see how those two cores match up against each other, because I haven't actually seen it go head to head.
It's like Clash of the Titans at some point when those two heroes are playing up against each other.
Yeah, I want to see them 1v1 fight, like
the man fight.
Mantas, they have a Manta. They'll both have, it'll be like five Terrorblades versus 6 Nagas?
Something like that. I'm not going to do the math here, but it sounds about right.
That's right.
Also, like both of their ultimates are up. It's just like, well, that's not fair. I can sunder you. Well, that's not fair. You can song me. So it's just like, that's just maybe an anticlimactic fight all around. But at the same time,
you can get like Satanic on Terrorblade. Normally, you don't get Butterfly though. You can get a Butterfly too, but Naga normally doesn't. Neither one normally gets an MKB, so it's just like, well, both have evasion. Who wins the luck war? Sometimes I don't even know.
That's the real question. It really comes down to RNG and how based Ice Frog is feeling that day, if at all. So I don't think we'll see that hero this game. Again, you talk about against the Batrider with the Terrorblade. I mean, Terrorblade's extraordinarily squishy. That's the problem, is that until he gets some stats items, he has no real health. And you can always just lasso him early on in the game and just shut him down. Even later, when he gets some stat items, he's still not that tanky, so maybe not the best situation. Again, it's still available for them, though. They also have the Venge and Razor, which is a really great combo. You're talking about a hero with static link and right-click damage, and then armor reduction on top of that coming up from the Venge, plus Magic Missile, which is extraordinarily good. It's a good start for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They can be very aggressive early with these two heroes, and it can pay off for them as well. We'll have to see how it goes. Again, the Centaur is still available for the offlane if SNA want to take it here, which they might. And Team Empire, they have to pick up some supports now, and maybe a mid/safe laner here as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's left that could be really good. And, well, I wouldn't guess that, because it's a really good hero disruptor, but it can be punished easily if you go aggro, or if you don't get fast levels, and you lose all your towers or something, that could be a problem too. So it's like a hit or miss hero, but yeah, in the late game, I think he's probably one of the best, especially if you get like an Ags or a Blink, and you can make people waste BKBs, which are really valuable now. So they're even more important. So you don't want to be wasting charges just for a glimpse, and also you get the disabling of the items with the ulti. So Zero's really strong. You just need to survive the laning phase.
5 seconds remaining.
That's the problem, really. I don't know if SNA can go for an aggro. Certainly, they can draft that way in the next 40 seconds with their reserve time, but that's something we'll have to keep in mind. Silencer coming out. That's huge. Against pretty much all of these heroes, you blink it as a Batrider, you try to get your last off. Good luck getting that R button, because Silencer's going to press his own R button. Silence comes out. You won't be able to do shit. Just puts his finger up to his mouth and he says, shh, no. You're not getting your ultimates off. You're not doing anything. You're going to die. Quite the good hero for Sneaky Nyx Assassins.
It's going to be a sleeping game. Silencing, sleeping. Just
quiet
your
game.
Pillows.
Yeah, very quiet.
Very, very. We can cuddle during the game. Come on, get ready for it.
Man, I really appreciate the invitation, but I'm gonna have to pass, unfortunately.
Wow, dude.
Sorry, buddy.
Why you gotta be like that?
It's not that game for me. Maybe another time.
I just thought about like if they made a hero with like pillows or something dumb.
Why would they do that? What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
All right, just tell Ice Frog. He'll make it for you.
He will. That's the closest thing I was just thinking of, like Bane or something, because you got sleep.
Yeah, Nightmare. But that's like a frightening type of sleep.
Yeah.
I'm very scared.
Well, got Clinks here.
Good
shout out to Toy Soldier. I give that guy a shout out.
Oh my god,
a legend guy.
Person.
No, I just read his stuff on NA Dota, and it's hilarious because he's like a big
10 seconds.
I don't know, he's a troll, dude. He's it's next level.
5 seconds.
Where it's not like sometimes it's obnoxious though, but still, this hero is really strong. I don't know.
This is a scandal
if
hero.
He gets like a BKB, I've seen this hero once he gets a BKB and he's getting linked by Razor, he can actually crush him before he even steals a lot of the damage. So
yeah, I mean, Searing Arrows is just does so much damage early on in the game with Strafe. It's just like, even with a static link, you still can go down to him. And now on the top of the change, that Searing Arrows is no longer a unique attack modifier. You can build other things, like a Bells from Mjolnir, Scotty. I've seen Lifesteal coming out like a Satanic on a Clinks, which was yesterday when Scandal played it, I believe. And it worked out really well. So for Team Empire, I think Clinks is a really good hero. No surprise that the Centaur again coming out for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected them to pick in this situation. So.
Yeah, I just hope that Centaur he gets enough of this game, because last game, like Centaur, he got enough space to catch up, but this game, they base it all on this, so they might go aggro. Like I wouldn't mind them just going aggro since they're going against a disruptor, and Clinks is relatively weak as well. You can get Avenge, a Silencer, maybe like an Ogre or something too, or some other hero that's just really tanky, and just put Centaur safe lane against. Or maybe, I don't know. Centaur against a Batrider, actually, never mind. It doesn't seem too favorable.
No.
So, but Razor mid can beat anybody, and they could even put Centaur mid and put something bottom versus Bat. But I don't know. Letting them getting away with a Disruptor Clinks when they probably have a better aggressive lineup. We'll see what they want to do, though.
Yeah, it really comes down to the last pick. And not only for Sneaky Nyx Assassins, but for Empire as well, who have plenty of reserve time now to think about this. But they have to pick up another support. They have 3 cores. Disruptor's their first support. They've got to pick up something here as well. They can make themselves a bit tankier if they want. They can give themselves more of a chance in that lane against an aggressive tri lane, which might be coming out here. As far as the support goes, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that I really love to have here for Team Empire. I mean, you already have Glimpse, which is pretty good against aggressiveness, but something that also just punishes aggressiveness would be nice for Empire here, I think. I'm not sure, though.
It just depends on whether the Naga's mid or Naga support right now. That's basically because you can never really guess what they're going to do until you know that. So, let's see. Say they have a Razor mid. Let's see. They could possibly get a Quap that sucks versus Silencer. You've got maybe a TA. TA is not really that good as long as Razor gets boots. What else? There's a Viper still. Viper's okay against their lineup, but it's still, is it enough like space creating? Because you're gonna be having, I guess, Viper in a lane. Clinks is gonna be ganking probably with the Bat Rider. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem that good. So I think it's gonna be a Naga support. So I don't know what mid hero is left that could be really useful against a Razor mid. This is basically what the thought process is.
That's a good question. Maybe a Viper who's not bad against Razor. That's an okay matchup, I think, if that's still available, which it is. It's really just about, I think a lot of people pick against Razor just to get out of the static link, but obviously another Toxin works against Razor. You can't necessarily steal that static link damage. They go for the Mirana, though. And this
That's
is looking,
a good hero against it.
Yeah, this is looking pretty solid for Empire. But at the same time, we don't know if it's going to be Mirana or Naga mid. Again, with the Razor pickup, you expect to see maybe more often than not a Mirana mid, but Naga Siren mid is just more common. So that's the thing. That's my thought process anyways.
Yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see where they want to put everything. Now let's see, what do Nyx assassins need? They got a Silencer, Venge. It comes down to them whether they want Silencer as a core or what, because they're thinking maybe, okay, so they want to, yeah, that's Dragon Knight mid, Razor safe lane, probably center off, or they'll go aggressive. Because you really don't know if they want to go aggressive or not, because you might have a problem now, because you have Potom and Disrupt. You have 3 ranged heroes, but you also can have 3 ranged heroes of your own, or 2 ranged heroes that are really hard to kill. It's really hard to kill Avenge now because of the strength gain. So
yeah, it's actually pretty difficult. And I feel like an aggressive tri-lane in this situation is very good. Razor is extraordinarily difficult to deal with. And on top of that, Venge plus the Silencer is really difficult to deal with. And Solo is going to play the Naga Siren, so you're right on the money there. It is going to be a Naga support. We won't see that, 50 long minute game coming out from Empire, at least not in the same way that we usually see it with the Naga Siren. And it is going to be Resolution playing your Mirana. So I think Sneaky Nyx Assassins picked this very well for themselves here as we jump into the game. I mean, this is a situation where they forced them into picking a hero that goes well up against a Razor mid, and then they said, okay, well, we'll just put the DK mid instead and have him do really well. And they aren't going to go aggro try. They are only going to do a defensive try now coming up for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They send Mike up top currently, and they aren't going to try to shut down the Disruptor or the Clinks in this top lane, which I think is pretty important. So Silent should get some free farm here.
yeah, the thing is, let's see. The problem with them not going aggro is that they also can stack freely now. So Solo can even go back Riptide. They have Bat Rider who will most likely get a fast blink dagger. I would assumed it was always going to be a Potom mid versus Razor. Like all you do is keep leaping, but the cooldown, it's 25 seconds for static link and it's 30 for leap. So if you time it perfectly, you can still drain for like 14 seconds as long as you don't. Yeah, you can drain for like 14 damage, not for 14 seconds. But other than that, with the Dragon Knight pick, it has to go mid now. So I think Potom's gonna be having a better time here than TC. But now, as long as he gets his levels in 6 again and maybe some haste runes again, he'll
get a courier kill again.
Yeah, that courier kill. We're glad you mentioned that again. That's probably why they had such a hard time. It's caused Shadow Priest to rotate. It wasn't that bad, but still, it's just so bad when you give the enemy team like a 3,000 gold for no reason.
Yeah, they could have been fine. Instead, they give them a starting point for Sneaky Nyx Assassins to jump off of, and they're in a position where they just start snowballing out of control. So Well, for Sneaky Nick's Assassins, we are going to jump into the game. It is TC playing your Dragon Knight in the mid lane. Top lane, IX Mike, again, the Mustache Man. He'll be playing your Centaur Warwinder. Down bottom, Whitebeard is going to be your Silencer. Fluff and Stuff playing your Venge. And to round it all out is going to be Ush on your Razor. That is your Nick's Assassins lineup.
Now we got Mag down here. I won't introduce anymore because I think he's about to go down right here for sure. Mag's going to get stunned up. They don't have enough, so he's not going to go down. Mag playing the Bat Rider off lane is going to be fine. We got Resolution in the mid lane going against TC. And top lane, they're causing a lot of trouble. So Solo's going to be playing the Naga. Silence playing the Clinks and
the rotation mid.
Well, Sonico.
Yes.
Are they gonna do that? Oh, they're actually gonna do this.
They're looking for the courier kill, and they actually had this observer ward spotting out his rotation towards the mid lane, but it looks like they're not gonna. No, this courier's dead. Oh my god, they're gonna get revenge. The Pudgeling is gonna go down here to Sonico. One more right click will do the job. He will go down. That's the bottle as well. That ruins this lane for TC. That's huge.
Really. Oh man, this is like deja vu, but it's not as bad as this game. It's like 10 times worse. Now he doesn't have a bottle for 2 minutes, so
he has to get CS by just right clicking. He doesn't have his mana to use his bottle, and really unfortunate for TC that happens. But great play coming up from Sonico, and I thought for sure they had spotted his rotation over, but I suppose I was wrong. They didn't have a ward on the top rune spot. Big play now coming out here from the side of Empire, so TC's gonna have a rough time unless he somehow miraculously gets a 2-minute rune that's a regen. I don't think he can really do much here early on in the game. If it is a regen, my god, he's gonna be lucky. They are gonna use the last rune on Mag. He's sitting around the rune. It is bounty down bottom. DD up top for Sonico. He's gonna grab this up there. Maybe Resolution comes and gets it instead, actually, who by the way has enough for a bottle of his own, and a good start for Empire. He's gonna purchase up his bottle, get the DD, and now TC has to be even more careful.
Yeah, you know what they should do is they should just have Ush get the bottle right now. TP one of the supports go back to the base, and then that support TP mid and give it to him. Then when the bottle comes back, they'll just send it bottom to Ush. So bad, but it's like the only thing they really could do.
Why not?
Yeah, 2 bottles isn't bad, but you want to get more stats items probably on Razor this game. He's gonna be target a lot of these ganks. So
Mag takes the Magic Missile with Terror. He's taking a lot of right click damage as well, but he is gonna bring the creep wave back, and that'll get him up to level 3. It looks like IX Mike at the top lane sitting here in the trees. He's eating his way through. He's gonna start leeching experience as well. So good way for him to get experience, and obviously he can jump out if necessary to try to push back this push coming in from Empire, but they're already pressuring the tower. You talked about this again last game, is that if you pressure down towers, it just really helps Mike get more experience in this game. Yeah, you get some gold going the way of Solo and Silent and all of them, but I'm not sure if that's going to be huge. Silent looks like he's going for Midas, by the way. He has almost 1,500 gold in the bank, so he'll be getting it pretty early if that's the case. Ush is not doing that yet. He has 1,100 gold, a Wraith Band, and that's about it, so.
Yeah, I think Silent can go Midas. There's been a lot of debates on whether it's good or not this version. I think it's actually really good just because you know it's going to be a long game.
TC arrow, the right click, the Starstorm, he gets the second proc, Resolution gets first blood. Huge coming in from Resolution to get that kill. And the courier has to go back to base yet again.
Yeah, that's the bad part. Mike, do they have level 2? He's going to have range for this Glimpse. It's going to get Glimpse, Mike, top lane, and Arrow can be... No, he got out.
Kinetic field going through, but not connecting. Arrow! Oh, Mike getting shot down. Boom! Headshot coming in from Resolution. Nicely done. Great arrow.
Yeah, that's how you play Sniper as Marana. Easy. So, it's... I mean, you also have to think this Bat Rider pick is really good for Dire too, because he can just mess up what these supports are doing right now. You can just keep on like pulling the wave, and he's gonna... They did stack it though, so he's not gonna get the wave anymore, but still they're gonna get a pressure on the top lane again because Mike went down, so this tower should be going down. They don't have a fortify, and first tower once again going to Empire.
Yeah, and Silent has his Midas flying out. 5-minute Midas for Silent. Very good start for Empire. He takes the tower as well. His boots will be done in just a moment. And there already, Silent is starting to farm fast, whereas Ush is going to go for Midas as well, but his is going to be later, so...
Yeah, this is just like reminding like the Sing Sing days where you have a Mirana mid, and then you just control the tempo of the game just because you hit all the arrows. So it's as long as you hit your arrows, you're doing your job, and you're gonna almost always get a kill. And bottom lane ping, they see Mag, but he's gonna be fine. They really only have one stun, so there's like no way they can kill him.
And they're trying to turn this around.
Top lane, Mike goes down.
Radiant's top tower
They
is
get
under
another kill
attack.
on Mike. Mag's still going. Static Link on Resolution has a haste rune. Steals about 28 damage, not that much.
Fluff and
Fluff is
stuff.
getting caught
Yeah.
out. Starstorm, he's got arrow if he wants to use it. Wave of Terror does get off. No
Radiant's
magic
top
missile,
tower
however.
is under attack.
And 4-0 Empire, they're the ones off to a fast start this game. They're starting to obliterate Nyx Assassins. However, you still have a lot of farm on Ush, although getting that kill top, plus the tower, plus Silent having his Midas, they're in a really good spot now.
Regeneration.
Yeah, this is just not looking good. And the one thing is, let's see, what do they have? Arrow fishing middle. Like, they can't even pressure the towers right now. TC's heroes just completely shut down because of that bottle. I mean, there's nothing more to say about that. But Silent, like you said, Midas, what will be his next item? He says Soul Ring, so not going to be getting the... He might go for the Blink, or he might just go for the Orchid still. So, because if you have Soul Ring, you don't really need the Orchid, but it could be really good.
The Orchid's nice for the damage, obviously, though, and I think the silence as well is pretty good, just to make sure you can't get like a swap or stun from pretty much any hero here, and obviously bringing down Ush would be important as well. Elder Dragon form, they wanted the Dragon Tail, but Resolution smartly leaps away at the idea of getting caught out and stunned up, and even Fluff was there to go for a stun, but they decided not to chase him down and dive the tower, but they are going to try to pressure this tier 1. They have a siege creep, they have TC with the Elder Dragon form, they're just going to put a little bit of pressure there, so...
Well, Mike's almost level 6 now, at least. He's going to get it from this wave. That's one good thing. He's going to be a long ways off from the Blink Dagger, which they need his stun into the game, because right now, Fluff and stuff, he's only level 3, and he's not going to be getting swaps off anytime soon. And they're going to have a hard time killing any of these heroes again. And Bat Rider, he's just been clearing out the jungle. He's going to get his most likely before Mike, and once that happens, they're just going to be able to smoke gank around Clinks, and Bat Rider just going to be going in. So I think Clinks could go for a Blink Dagger into a BKB if he really wants to or something. It's just, and then he can play as aggressive as they want, and it's going to be really hard for them to kill him.
I mean, already he's playing pretty damn aggressive. Mike's just getting zoned out by searing arrows. There's nothing he can really do about that. So for Empire, they're just going to continue to try to play this way, have Silent get free farm in the bottom lane. Ush is still getting farm as well. I mean, he got his Midas done, but he's still a long ways off of fighting, which is... When you're a Razor, you should be fighting early, and I don't think they can in this game, at least not right now, so...
Yeah, they can't even pressure the tower with their heroes. They can't really do anything with this Razor, and him going a Midas shows it.
Great arrow from Resolution. Leap down from Resolution as well as Starstorm. Thunderstrike, nicely played. Resolution has hit some damn good arrows this game. Wow.
Well, they can start setting up for
Dyer's
another kill
bottom
here.
tower
They have
is
Mike.
under attack.
Did he use his leap? They use his leap, so they can kill him. Solo is not level 6. They're pinging on him. Yeah, they go on him.
Curse. And that's it. Arrow's going to sail through. Missing. Last word flying as well. Ensnare, Magic Missile, Stampede, Stomp about to go. Moonlight Shadow, Double Edge. Can they get this kill? Yes, they will. There's no detection here coming out from sneaking Nyx
Top lane,
Assassins.
though, they're going to be able to get this tower. Do they have Fortify? Yes, they have Fortify. Are they going to waste it, though, for this tier 2?
There's the glyph and the range script going down.
That's not in deny range.
That's
not really good.
That glyph is not great.
That's a really bad one.
There was no creep wave there. Silent wasn't hitting it. They thought he might just stay there and try to take the tower, but instead they waste the fortification, and he'll take the tower now for free.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's just
Radiant's top
that's
tower
really
is
bad.
unfortunate.
And that's a Blink Dagger now done on the Bat Rider
They
as
wasted
well.
the glyph last game too, so I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna blame their glyph person. Who we calling out? Who we calling out? Oh, top lane? No, I thought he was. So yeah, it's just. I just feel like Mike's just gonna get gone on or some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, anytime he pushes up here, Silent just gets a kill, but they are wrapping around on him. Whitebeard's here.
Do they have vision? They don't. They have a dust.
They have dust on Fluff, but they need somewhat. Silence playing this very well. The smoke is gonna break. Dust is gonna go. Silence in the trees. He shadow walks away. They have no vision there. They see him now. It looks like, but it's too late. Really smart play from Silent, realizing they're off the map mid, and he just backs away. So that's it.
Yeah, even if you have a dust, you need a Venge Swap or the DK to be leading, because he's still going to have more movement speed than all of them. So, and PC is going to be dead here. Max freshly new Blink made resolution miss, and that's even an ulti coming out. And Fluff and Stuff might be in trouble here.
Getting chased down now, but
Dyer's
not going to continue forward here. Attack. So they're looking for another arrow in about 3 seconds. He's got max Starstorm, almost max arrow. Whitebeard pops Invis. He's got some mana to go now. They're still chasing, it looks like, and he was looking for an arrow on the back end. But they just zoned them out. They get the tier 1 tower. And I feel like as of right now, Empire are in a really good position to take this game. And even if it goes later on, they can still take it. The Orchid is going to be built for the Clinks. They take the tier 1 tower mid. They've taken the tier 1 and tier 2 top. Now all that's left for them to take is obviously the tier 1, tier 2 bottom, maybe get Roshan and go from there. And you look at Seek and Nyx Assassins, they're pretty far behind at this point, almost 7,500 gold. Experience-wise, it's 3,000. They've got to get something going here.
Yeah, they're about to bleed him out too, because if you just saw what Solo did, he just bought a Quelling Blade, and like Bracers, he's going to start going for the 4 support carry. I mean, they just got to kill on Razor there. Did they... Moonlight Shadow? No, they just went to his...
Yeah, they ran in his jungle. They have no vision there. And while this is all happening, yeah, Seeky Nyx Assassins are going to take this tier 1 tower. Maybe there's a glyph. They pop it. They cannot fight here. Resolution did Moonlight Shadow. They do throw the sentry down. They will take the tower. Arrow. Oh, Song. What a misplay. But they did get the deny at the very least. That's actually probably worth it. Although they could have gotten a kill with Arrow there.
Yeah, they have Flaming Lasso up right now. So they couldn't go before even if they wanted to. And they're going to rotate all of them to top lane to try and get something done. So this is just... They don't have Song now. And Silent still doesn't have his Orchid. But all Silent needs is a BKB after his Orchid. And they really can't stop him, yeah. I don't think, this game.
At that point, you've pretty much lost. And Seek and Nyx Assassins are going to try to 5-man and ball up here, especially with Eye of the Storm now. And level 4 Plasma Field. They have some damage. They have potential to win these fights, but
they can't though. TC, he's going back to the jungle. His Dragon form just ran out. So them grouping up there, that just made them waste a lot of time. So very unfortunate. They could have been farming, and now they're just gonna Empire gonna go back farming the jungle, farming out all the lanes, pushing them out. So they just wasted at least a good 30 seconds there from Nyx Assassins going top. So that's like a really bad call from them, which is really hurting when you're behind so much.
You can't really afford to make those plays. You've got to get something done. You have to spend every single moment at this point just getting kills, finding farm, and spending time rotating top for absolutely nothing is not what you're looking for. On top of that, Resolution's putting pressure on the bottom tower. He pops the DD rune. He's got FaZe, Drummond, and a kill, plus 1,300 gold. His farm is starting to increase drastically, and they actually have a rotation coming through with the smoke with the Seat gank coming up from Mag and Sonico. And they aren't going to find it a hero because Hush is sitting back at the 2-2. That's how scared Seek and Nyx Assassins are playing. There's a solo Resolution Mirana down bottom, and they feel like they're getting ganked, which they're correct about, but they can't even defend the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Your safe lane tower is gone for free.
Yeah, and Matt can just farm the enemy jungle as much as he wants. The one good thing is Mike does have his Blink Dagger now, but still, they're going to be having, yeah, as long as they just keep farming because of the map control they've acquired now. It's like, how does Nyx Assassins get back into this game? They have to get a pick off probably middle and try to push tier 2, or like they're gonna try pressuring top lane, but with Naga Sleep it's got 40 seconds on cooldown. I don't know if they know that though, but it's gonna be a lot harder because you're gonna be thinking, alright, so they have Naga Sleep into Disruptor ulti, which we haven't even mentioned in bottom lane actually. Ush is going to get picked off here.
Blink, glimpse, and they bring him back. There's going to be the Stag Storm as well. They don't even need the lasso. Beautifully done from Sonico to grab that kill. In fact, he gets it too.
Yeah. Solo is going to get stunned.
He has no song either. Dragon Tail, they're going to finish him off here. So Moonlight Shadow's going to go. It's not going to save his life. Mike comes in with the Blink Dagger, and nice finish there. They trade 1 for 1, but obviously the trade is on the better end of Empire. They don't mind solo going down, especially without his song up.
Dire's top
So,
tower
and that's
is
going to be a
under
tier 2
attack.
tower, and
Radiant's
also the
bottom
Orc
tower
Even
Muffins is done.
defend top because they have a glyph
Radiant
as
structures
well.
are
So and they
fortified.
can port and defend if they really want to, but or they could just farm the
going.
enemy jungle.
Yeah, do that as well. I mean, just sit back, farm, maybe not go for anything too crazy.
Radiant's
They are going to
bottom
TP
tower
top. There's the
has
glyph. They want this fight. The song
Dire's
is going to
top
go
tower
first
is
for
under
solo.
attack.
This could be huge. Aaron's going to sail through from Resolution maybe, but there's a big
Dire's
global.
top tower
Whitebeard
has
trying to
been
TP
denied.
away, and it looks like he will make it. TC getting glimpsed back just at the last second by Sonic. Oh, that was so good for Nyx Assassins for the last second, but they did not TP fast enough for TC.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. That was like an amazing play there by Whitebeard, but they weren't all on the same page. So TC got killed instead of just going away, and they have 3.3k gold up on Resolution. He's denied 2 towers. I don't even know if I can't remember if they've denied the bottom tower. No, they didn't because Razor got that solo. So I mean, they've gotten 2 denies on the tier 1s. They basically haven't even gotten towers, you could say, this game for Nyx Assassins.
He might fall here. He's got enough. No, there's going to be the soul burn killing him from the Orchid. And now Silent getting double edged. She doesn't have his skeleton walk. Stampede does. They will turn around and get the return kill. That almost makes it worth it.
Fluff and Stuff just got 2 levels from that. He's finally got his swap 16 minutes into the game. There, he's got level 6. So, well, you could say level 7. But
And Mike got that kill as well, and he got a decent chunk of gold for that as well. Sure, team fight recap. I wanted to see it, but it went away. Damn.
how come I don't get to see the show team fight recap? Screw this game.
You don't see it.
No, I don't.
That's unfortunate. All right, well, maybe after the next fight, just look up at the top and see if you can
maybe
find it there. It's like it's right under the clock.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be there, but I didn't see it. How long until it goes away?
It's like, I think, 15 to 20 seconds. So it's a decent chunk of time. It's really just your own fault if you don't click on it. Or maybe you just don't have it. I don't know. Ice Frog maybe doesn't like you. Who knows?
He secluded me, dude. He wants me to make all up stuff as I cast. Gotta make it interesting.
Well,
But let's see, lags. Let's check the pings real quick. I'm fine. 333 when I normally get 220, so it's not that good.
yeah, but it doesn't matter for you, though. That's the thing.
Yes, it does. What are you talking about?
All right,
Casting
whatever.
ping matters.
I'm 315.
I don't
Even
want
Empire is saying
I
it
don't
like
want to
100.
see Matrix. I don't want this to be perfect world servers. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's we don't talk about those servers.
we don't. That's a
We don't
taboo.
discuss that. Yeah, it really is.
We don't.
What is Resolution actually finished up his Maelstrom, so that's an item that is doing some work, or should be doing some work for him. They made a bit of a misplay there, I think, by giving up the kill from Silent. I mean, yeah, you got Ush, but I don't know if that was really the best play. They gave a lot of gold away to Mike. They gave a lot of gold away to Fluff, so that's the thing. Normally that bounty would be so much more in 6.82, but with 6.82b, I think they only got like maybe 1,000 gold out of that, which I guess is still a bit, but...
It's fine. I don't know. I like it better just because you don't get these huge swings anymore. I wish I knew how to do math to way they did it and see the exact changes. I need Nahaz to tell me exactly what happened. Hint. I need you to explain in details. No, but I don't. I mean, I care about that stuff, but it like kind of goes over my head sometimes unless I like really try to understand it. Because it's just like, well, that's interesting. They raised the gold of everything, but how does it really work? Can you explain it in redneck terms here? I'm from the South here.
You're being so depressing now, but
What are you talking about, dude?
Well, either way.
Alright, you said you didn't even know.
I don't know. You're right. That's
Exactly.
true. But you don't need to say redneck. That's the thing.
Hey, alright, well, I'm from the South.
That's true.
If K-pop Tosis was here, he would understand too. You just gotta...
Anyways, there are some ping issues. Empire jokingly said DDoS. I don't think that's the case. Usually with the DDoS, you just disconnect and you don't reconnect to the game. That's pretty much how it goes. Your internet goes down, is what it feels like, for the most part.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's just server issues coming out. I don't really think this is any attack, but I hopefully don't jinx myself by saying that. So.
Well, I'm not busy for the next hour or 2 or 3 or 4. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. The game, Dota as a game.
Game? Alright, so he's got a Quelling Blade on Naga, so he can clear out all the trees in the map. How long would you think that would take? Alright, one of you people in chat, go clear out every single tree with a Quelling Blade in a Dota game, and then link it on YouTube, and then send it to me.
You couldn't get it done by the time all the trees respawned, or the trees that respawn, because it's a 5-second cooldown for Quelling Blade, and there's way too many trees for you to clear down.
No, but you put it on WTF mode.
Oh, well then...
Or you just,
That's cheating.
It's not cheating, dude.
It's not?
Or you could do, let's see, what other way could work?
The new Timbersaw way? Where
maybe there's a way to... I need to go talk to Ice Frog and tell him to not respawn trees, have that a mode.
Why?
I don't know.
What
Gotta
purpose
test
does
this
that
stuff
serve?
out, dude.
You can just mod that into
Make
the
somebody,
game.
like, eat all the trees in the Dota game. You know, I bet somebody would do that. You think it's crazy, but wait until it happens.
I really don't think anybody would do that. I'm willing to
Alright.
bet money on it.
Alright, I'll bet money. I'll do it. I'll probably kill myself afterwards, but...
Well, listen, let's not go ahead and start eating trees. That's not a good idea.
Come on, they grow back, dude. It's fine.
Not if you make a mode where they don't grow back like you were talking about. Either way, enough about that. Pings, please tell me that they're fixed. They are not. It's actually just as bad for Fluff and for everybody else. Whitebeard reconnected, or he's about to reconnect. It's dying down, he says. It's going down. It's good. We might jump back into this game. Never mind, they say, as Fluff says Raffle. Orange is missing. Yeah, they don't have Ush currently. I hope they wait a bit. Alright, he's reconnecting. Oh, man. You know, listen, buddy.
Alright.
You're tearing me apart, Alan. This is not...
Come on, man. Alright, I gave you an option to talk about something. Let's go.
Well, we're going to talk about the game as we're ready to go.
Alright, let's go. Alright,
We're good.
what's going on?
Unpause the game. Here we go. Empire jumping back into the lead. And they're looking good right now, honestly. There's really this situation where, for Nyx Assassins, they have one way to get back into this game, and that's just by winning team fights and taking down towers. And I don't see that happening if Empire plays this right. You talked about Solo having a Quelling Blade. He's going to transition into a carry. He's got Treads. Maybe builds a Diffusal next. We'll see.
The problem is they need 2 BKBs right now. They need one on TC and they need one on Razor. But Ush, as his point booster, he'll probably go back for the BKB now if that's the smartest thing to do. But you still have Naga Sleep that can cut off your supports. You can set up for the Static Storm, and with Disruptor farming so well, he's gonna have his Ags probably by 30 minutes if this game even goes late, because he already has a point booster. So it's like, even if you get those BKBs, Clinks is like a really good hero against those too.
You just tear through them, BKB or not. Searing Arrows absolutely decimates any real target from Seeking Nyx Assassins. I think there's going to be a point booster purchase from Sonico now. Yep, just getting it casually as they walk through. They're looking for a kill in the jungle, but everybody is either top or in the mid lane for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. So you're not in a bad spot right now for SNA. You're not going to get caught out. They're sitting top. They're looking for anybody to pick off here, maybe something like Solo, but he's going to go ahead and teep it to the mid lane. Everyone's heading towards top now for Sneaky Nyx Assassins, and yeah.
Well, they're just gonna... I'm surprised they haven't done Roshan yet.
They certainly could.
Yeah, they have a Clinks and Potom arrows. You can probably get 2 or 3 off on it. Instead, they're just gonna... I don't know. They're basically waiting for Nyx Assassin to show themselves. They're trying to get a pick off on the bottom lane. Both teams are just hunting each other's off lane right now.
The thing is, Nyx Assassins have smoked up. They've thrown up this Observer Ward here in the lane, so they will have vision. They know that Empire is sitting right around mid now. They have an understanding. Nyx Assassins have done a nice job of getting outside of their base, making sure they ward up the enemy jungle, making sure they don't get choked off. But at the same time, now it's going to be Roche. This is what you were talking about for Empire. On the mark, arrow. There we go. And they should be able to right-click this down pretty quickly, especially with Silent. And if it gets bad, they can always just song with Solo. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Look how fast this Roche is dying. He'll go down here, and it looks like I think Silent should grab the Sages. Plus, it looks like he's getting that BKB that you talked about. He has the Mythical Hammer. So
yeah, Potom's going back for BKB as well. So they're gonna... It should be like 2 BKBs versus 2 BKBs. Actually, Bad Rat's probably gonna get one too. So this is gonna be interesting when the team fights occur. Because like I said, you could just make it so that you fight 2v5 if Solo casts his ulti. So they kind of have to make sure they get the silencer ulti off. Wait, what if Naga went like a Manta or something, or BKB as well, and then you could just BKB ulti after the silencer ulti, and they're kind of screwed.
Yeah,
Top
they really
lane.
are. Speaking of global coming out, Resolution in trouble. He'll fall. That's a mega kill streak for TC. Big.
Oh,
pickup.
bottom lane though, Ush is gonna die.
Lasso. He is in trouble. Yeah, he's gonna go down. But Nyx Assassins get 1,400 gold off of that pick-off alone. So,
I see the show.
Radiant's bottom tower.
see,
is
I knew
under
you had it.
attack.
You were lying. You're just trying to make me worried.
Who has time to click on that stuff?
You do, for sure.
Not me, I'm busy, dude.
1,700 gold in the bank for the Nagasar now. They do lose the bottom, but at the same
Yeah, that
time...
was a 5-0 streak.
Yeah,
Which is kind of a big
huge.
deal.
Yeah, I mean,
Kinda.
I mean, like I said, it got 1,500 gold for TC, I believe. Like, he just pretty much gets his BKB from that engagement alone. Silent is pushing out bottom.
It's just Razor needs too many items right now, and he's not getting any of them. He needs a BKB, he needs an Ags, and he needs a Caress plus a Heart. And he's not farming because Mag's doing his job, split pushing and picking him off with Silent. So. And now they have a gem on Mag, and these wards. There goes one ward.
Oh my god, all of these wards that they just spent all the time putting into the jungle. Well, they don't see these other two yet, but they'll walk in a lane sooner rather than later, and they'll pick them off. Mag has to go get mana first and foremost. TC getting close to his BKB. The global is actually the one thing I think keeping them in the game is this global silence. And also their positioning as well. Like, the global obviously has been good, but the fact that they're not getting picked off that much except for Ush is really important. They smoke up again. BKB now done, though, for Silent. And for Resolution, he's pretty close to his own. But, yeah, I think at this point in time, they just need to sit back and farm. Don't get picked off with this smoke to the sea, and they'll be okay. And hopefully they don't walk into this ward.
The problem is they waited top for like 4 minutes just to get that kill onto Resolution, whereas they farmed the enemy jungle, Empire farmed the enemy jungle, they got Roshan and a lot of stuff, so they weren't, even though they got that kill top, it wasn't that good because of how long they waited to do something. And well, they're basically waiting on Mag to come, because unless Resolution hits an arrow, it's going to be really hard to kill the Razor. So,
well, I wouldn't put it past them to being able to do so. Solo has to go back up to the top lane. He actually picks up a Yasha. He picked up a mech first and then sold it back and then bought the Yasha. So they say, we don't need the mech. We're just going to try to fight.
I told you, dude, Manta. And then you Manta out of like a silencer ulti.
Yeah, and you're fine.
It's like you could go for the Radiance, but still it won't help you for the team.
No, there's no point in getting a Radiance, I think, especially at 22 minutes. I think Yasha is the better choice here. I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just saying I was kind of curious for him to build the mech and then sell it quickly. But they're going to take the last outer tower on the map for Empire, and they're just choking out Sneak Nyx Assassins. 10,000 net worth lead, experience-wise at 7,500. They use the glyph, and they used it on a tier 2, interestingly enough. And I'm not a huge fan of that choice.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That's questionable because they can just go to the tier 3 now. They can even let this tier 2 in the top lane go. You don't need to TP back here, but they will. Just to defend this, I suppose. Or they'll at least walk back, as Resolution says. There's a region here. I'm walking back up to the top lane. My BKB is almost done. I'm going to get some farm. But again, this is what SNA just sitting top and they're waiting for a kill, but they're wasting so much time by doing so. Yeah, they might get this kill, but I don't know. They might not even get it here. Fluff is
mid lane,
but there's global coming in. Ush is getting brought down. BKB for Silent to get out of the silence.
He's dead.
Oh, he's gonna go down.
Work it, but top lane though, they're gonna get Resolution at least still. And still they're setting. Yeah, they're just farming better. Are they gonna defend? Actually,
they've canceled the TP.
They have a fortify, and they can just take this.
That's what I was saying. There's no glyph on the Radiant side. There's the glyph coming out from Dire for Empire. Curse of the Silence gonna go. They have no global. They have Song.
They have no stampede either.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage coming in. This is a tier 3 tower dead for sure. What can they get out of the back end? This TP's coming back in. Whip of Tear going. Fluff can swap, but it's level 1 swap. Look at the strafe damage on the range racks. And the Glyph's going back on Whitebeard. Deny coming through. Blink Stomp. Silence still has the Aegis Bear. There's going to be the big ultimate coming out from Disruptor. He throws down the kinetic field as well. Range racks taken for pretty much nothing. Aegis does get reclaimed, and that'll regen Silent up full. Meanwhile, Song's gonna get you solo out of there. No, maybe not. Static Link going. Do they have Blink Lasso? They don't have Lasso up for another 10 seconds or so. And now Empire back away. Although Mag stays to maybe push out this bottom lane. Still a victory coming up from Empire. They take the tier 3 tower and the range racks and lose nothing except for the Aegis, which goes down.
Yeah, and Resolution, even though he got picked up his last 2 times, he's gonna have his BKB now, so he shouldn't be getting picked off too much. I mean, they do have the Centaur. What they were trying to do is Centaur Stomp, DK Stun, Bench Stun. They could still do that, but they still need those 3 heroes to bring him down before he casts his BKB.
And that's just a lot to commit, especially if you're waiting in the top lane like you talked about. So he just stays in the top lane. His BKB's done. Not flying out to him. That's the Chrysalis is flying towards, I believe, Silent. So he's got a ton of damage. And he's hitting like a truck now. I mean, it's very difficult to take him down, especially with the BKB. So if he gets a Death Pact off, which he just did, oh, there's a lot of heroes in the back end of this. Oh God, look out! There is a Dust, but there's no gem. Stampede, they're gonna go on Resolution. He is gonna get out. No Moonlight Shadow, Blink Stomp, Match Missile, double edge heat. Has his BKB, he can't even use it. This is not there. BKB for Silent. Going to town and Whitebeard gets the kill. Static Link swap going in. He's starting to lose some damage. Now there's the Static Storm Kinetic Field as well. Glimpse back in on Fluff. Can they get one of these kills? They're so low. They cannot take him down. Manning up is Silent. Plasma Field, Ush and Fluff TPing back through. That is just a manly Clinks coming in right now.
Yeah, imagine if Mag was there. They just needed one more hero, and all 3 of them would have probably died. That was a great Kinetics field into Static Storm right there. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that the courier change, like, you don't have the speed burst constantly going back. So you kind of like forced to wait, like say, hey team, let me get my item, because if you had BKB there, they would have turned that fight around. And Silent, ooh.
They have no Dust, and Fluff's gonna get Orchided. And Silent, that's not your best play there, buddy. He's gonna get brought down. No, the lasso coming in. Mag, what a hero. Fluff is not gonna be able to get that kill on Silent. Magic Missile on Sonico. Into Ix Mike. TC comes in, Dragon Tail, force away. Sonico not gonna make it out alive. He gets blown up with a Breathe Fire. His life coming out for Silent. He'll take that trade every day of the week.
Yeah. They're probably just gonna try and wait and see if they can get another pick off. Once they get a BKB on Mag, though, this game it's gonna be really, really hard. Whitebeard's going a refresher here. He's like, okay, Ags is not gonna be that useful considering they're gonna have BKBs. So he's just gonna be like, okay, let me try to press it twice, and yeah, both of these guys are probably gonna die. TC and Fluff and stuff. So, well, they should have went for
Stampede. He had his BKB though, I think, for TC, so not really easy to bring him down.
Well, no, he didn't have lasso. That's the problem.
No mana for it, even if he did have it, but they get the kill at least on Fluff and stuff, which is just a nice little pick off. And Silent's gonna walk to the top lane, clear the creep wave out, and keep this lane pressed. And also the same thing's happening bottom. His solo has some Manta style, so that's actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
your 4 position Naga.
Look at his farm right now. He's the fourth highest CS right now, so he's about to eclipse the DK2. I mean, granted, some of these are more ancient. I don't know, neutrals and not creeps from the lane, but still, it's a lot of farm. And Roshan's now up, so missed a kill.
Oh,
2 kills.
Wow.
Mike.
Silent is just going in. Us was looking for a static link of the high ground, couldn't find it. Roche is up. DD as well. And this will probably put the final nail in the coffin here. Nyx Assassins, they're really far behind at this point, and they need one heck of a fight to get them back into it. A gem is going to help them, certainly, but Silent is hitting like a truck. He's going to have his Daedalus pretty soon. In fact, I think it might be flying out now. In fact, it is. So Daedalus is going to be here. I think that's Daedalus, yeah. Silent's going to have that. And just like that, he's trucking. He's going to get an Aegis as well.
Yeah, that was just like an ancient creep or something.
To the
just like beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, he really absolutely just destroyed that with the double damage rune. And they're going to put the Soul Ring in the courier. He grabs the Aegis, doesn't need the mana regeneration. The damage is real. Death Pact of Creep. Boom, you're ready to go. Arrow.
Now they're going to have double, like, okay, so Solo's going to have an Orchid soon too, so he can use Orchid on, or he can Manta out of the Silencer ulti, and then he can defuse somebody else if he really needs to.
Yeah.
So that's going to be another really good, useful mechanic in these team fights. And Mag, he can, I don't know. Vin swap fluff and stuff. Oh, he dodged it, but he didn't dodge that.
There's going to be the ultimate coming out, the global coming through, helping out a lot. BKBs though, and now Whitebeard gets blown up. Silent is going to town. Statically does absolutely nothing. He is just trucking. TC's about to fall as well. 3 done. Silent with the double kill. Glimpse back. That'll be on Fluff. Arrow did connect as well. Buyback from TC, but with no Dragon's Form. What are you exactly going to do here, Mr. TC? I think your racks are dead. I think your buildings are dead. Mike jumps in and stuns up Silent, but he still has the Aegis. GG is called, and the series is split 1-1. Fantastic game from Empire. They finish it off in about 30 minutes.
Our thanks.
Yeah,
Team
that's just,
Empire victory.
they just executed really well. The beginning of the bottle snipe made sure that Resolution won mid lane. He got 2 kills with arrows. They were really good at the beginning. They got a lot of pressure on all the lanes. They weren't able to really shut down Mag. Mike got, maybe picked off once or twice top lane too, and he just got he didn't even die that game. So really well played by Mag that game and the whole team of Empire, and they just took an advantage, and they didn't look back.
They certainly didn't. From the word go, they were ready to play. Starting off, obviously, like you talked about with that courier snipe, really helped them out there. And they take the victory. So they start off in the DotaPit League Season 2 with a 1-1 score. Of course, we have a lot more action coming in the next couple of weeks. Some really big games. Tomorrow, we got a nice game between Complexity and Power Rangers. That'll be at 20:15 CEST, and that'll be 2:15 Eastern Time. And then October 4th, another big one with Team Tinker versus Power Rangers at the same time. So a lot more DotaPit action coming your way. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you guys all the action. Again, my name is Mott. With me tonight is Ryuborus. Make sure you check him out at twitter.com/RyuborusDota. You can follow me at twitter.com/MottDota. And we'll see you guys later. Again, thanks so much for the DotaPit. Check them out at DotaPit.com, twitter.com/DotaPit as well. Guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, guys.